Welcome here today, ladies and gentlemen, to the Geico 500 on Talladega, or at Talladega on NASCAR Heat 5. I'm Keegan Schneider, and before we roll into this, if you're just watching, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We do these full race live streams on the daily with a realistic broadcast. Third straight day of Cup Series action on the channel for our second and final championship mode season on NASCAR Heat 5. We're about to qualify here, and then we'll jump right into the race here for the Geico 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. Just one lap here of qualifying to see who can set the quick time and the fastest time to start up front on the pole at Talladega, one of the more famed racetracks in NASCAR. We're about to see here today who's got what it takes to win. Coming off our 9th race of the season last night at Richmond, Ryan Blaney got his first win at the racetrack in his career, and it was his 3rd win of the season, now giving him 7 total in his career. See if he can go back-to-back. When he won his first race of the season back at Atlanta on the 5th race of the year, he won the very next race at Homestead. Few race break between that the win at Homestead and his win at Richmond. Now we'll see if he could go back-to-back again, getting a win at Talladega. We have seen he hasn't really had good speed through qualifying in the past, single car trim. Through turns 3 and 4. One final time. Trying to stay close as he can now to the start-finish line. 49.709. That is not going to be a good lap at all there for Blaney, and he will qualify dead last for today's race. Your pole sitter will be Brendan Gaughan in the 62 with the Rocket Man Ryan Newman qualifying in 2nd for this one here today. It looks like we have one driver going to the rear for the start, so Blaney will be starting 39th rather than 40th, it looks like, for today's race. So as we're about ready to hop right on into this one. Give me one quick moment here. So let's head into the pre-race stats before we get ready for this Geico 500. Again, Brendan Gaughan will be on the pole for this race today, with Ryan Newman starting outside pole. Of course, anybody could win here in this one. Kurt Busch is the lone driver that will be starting at the rear of the field in today's race. And there you see Ryan Blaney in the DEX imaging race car. So here we go. Green flag in the air. We're underway at Talladega Super Speedway for the Geico 500. .500 miles, 188 laps of hard racing at Talladega Super Speedway. They're fanning out to 3 wide already on the opening lap here. Oh, inside line with a big checkup. Blaney trying to get out of the way. Got right in the back of Chad Fincham. 60 laps will be in the opening stage of the race. And he really needs to get somebody in line behind him so he's not at risk of losing the draft, but he doesn't have anyone behind him. Kurt Busch is alongside of him. He tries to get the draft off of Quinn Houff there on the bottom. Blaney goes high, trying to get Kurt Busch in line. So not a lot of help behind that 12 car right now. Locking bumpers down with the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. down the back straightaway. Again, this is lap 2. Couldn't tell exactly who led that opening lap of the race up there. See Brendan Gaughan trying to lead that outside lane, fading back to about 3rd or 4th on the racetrack. 60 laps in the opening stage. Obviously, everybody wants to get stage points in today's NASCAR, but everybody will also have to make a pit stop at some point in time. Wow, Blaney took it 4 wide into turn 1 to the bottom. Wasn't a lot of room. He side drafted the 19 of Truex and shot right on by him, and Kurt Busch going to kind of fall in that lane as well, taking it 4 wide himself. And there's still 4 wide down the back straightaway back there. Kurt Busch doesn't have a lot of drafting help. Oh, Blaney about hooked the 10 of Almirola, and he goes around. Saves it into the wall. Blaney's involved. Bobby Carter's involved. We stay green. For the most part, they all kind of kept their cars straight. But once Almirola got out of shape, that got Blaney out of shape. Bobby Carter got out of shape. That could have been disastrous on what was only lap 3 to start this race today. And we have about 4 cars. A big single file line in the back half of that pack now. That has really kind of separated these guys. Bobby Carter, Ryan Blaney tandeming together. Bubba Wallace back there tandeming with, not sure exactly who it is. It looks like it could be Tyler Reddick, if I'm not mistaken. If it's not, no, it's not Reddick. It's the other rookie, Cole Custer, in the 41 for Stewart Haas Racing. But all 4 of these guys just kind of lost the draft. We'll see if they can maybe all link up, get a 4-car pack, and then maybe try to run these guys down that are kind of spaced apart back here, like Quinn Houff and Almirola, Chad Fincham, Joey Gase is back here, Timmy Hill. Blaney and Carter go to the outside now to try and get the draft off of Quinn Houff. Emiliano Guerrero, welcome to the stream. Blaney up high to block Carter. Carter almost got around him. Here comes Bubba Wallace and Cole Custer on the bottom of the racetrack now to get by Carter. And Blaney and Bubba will work together now. Best of friends on the bottom of the racetrack. So 4-car pack now. Then you got about a 3-car pack that has lost the draft. The good news is if the big one happens, they'll miss it. They're off the draft, but obviously this is not what Blaney wanted to do. He wanted to work himself through the pack at the start of the race, but that near accident, near big crash, middle pack with Almirola really kind of sent him and Almirola backwards for that portion. But if this 4-car group can stick together and catch this 3-car group, that would make it 7. And actually Bobby Carter has lost Wallace, Custer, and Blaney. So I guess it would only be a 6-car group if Blaney and Wallace can lead this group of 3 up ahead here. Blaney's getting a big pull off of Quinn Houff in the 00. Rookie for Starcom Racing, who's on the inside. Blaney's got a decent pull, and now he's actually going to look underneath Quinn Houff 3 wide. He's got Bubba Wallace behind him. Not a lot of help for Quinn Houff, and Cole Custer's going to follow Wallace also. And now you see about a 5-car group of cars that are starting to lose that big pack as well, as Wallace gets again to the back bumper of Blaney, giving him a shot. So again, it'll be interesting to see how these laps will be split in the opening stage of the race, with 60 laps in this first stage, another 60 in stage 2, and leading 68 laps in the final stage of the race today. So all 3 stages pretty even for the most part. And here it is, you got a 6-car group. Blaney wants to get him and Wallace out ahead. He would like to see Bubba stick behind him before he tried to move up to the outside, and now it looks like that's, yes it is, Ricky Stenhouse, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch back, the tail end of that pack. Joey Gase, Alex Bowman just ahead of them. Caution free through the first 8 laps of this race at the start-finish line here. Blaney's been as high as 31st in the race today. Oh, big move by Nemechek. He tried to pull down in front of Alex Bowman there towards the back of the pack. Even that 5-car group is starting to pull in to that larger 30, just less than 30-car pack at the time. And now this 5-car group, 6 cars rather, is starting to get a pull off of Kyle Busch in the number 18 on the outside. Amazing how spaced apart things are in the early going of this race. I usually see that with this package on the super speedways as of late. And he had a good run. On Kyle Busch, he moves to his inside. Trying to side draft him now. Pulling him back. Leaving Wallace, Half, Custer, Almirola to try to close in, and Blaney lost him just a little bit. Move right in front of Bubba Wallace. Wallace giving him a shot. Blaney pulling away from Wallace. Wallace gave him one heck of a push, and now he's getting the run on the back of that 18 car again. Again to his inside. Gonna side draft him before they get into the corner. And Suarez is trying to get around Brad Keselowski in the 2 car as well. Blaney trying to get the pole off of Suarez, and he will. And he'll clear Kyle Busch for position. And Busch will give him a shot down the back straightaway. Now Blaney getting a draft off his Penske teammate of Brad Keselowski. Back down to the bottom behind Suarez. And he'll move in front of Bad Brad, and right in line now behind the Gaunt Brothers Racing number 96 car. And they have locked Blaney, giving him a shot. Suarez got a little tight, 3 wide. Blaney moves under him, as well as Michael McDowell, who is on the very top side. Clears them both. Trying to get a pull off BJ McLeod in the 78 car, but I think he's just a little bit too far away. He's got Suarez in line on the bottom. Almirola slowly starting to catch Suarez and McDowell himself here. Suarez now locks bumpers with Blaney. Kenseth on the outside by himself. It's almost looking like old school super speedway racing here from the mid-2000s and prior. And they had restrictor plates on them, but they can kind of get spaced out. You haven't really seen it since the repave at Talladega in all reality as well. Outside of 2018 in the fall race, that is. And had the Stuart Haas breakaway for the majority of the race between those 4 cars, but Blaney still might be a little too far away from BJ McLeod. He's getting a draft off of him, but he's pulled away from Suarez and those guys behind him now. And Blaney does have his teammate Joey Logano in the near vicinity as well, as he moves high now to get a run perhaps on Logano. Down the back straightaway in his draft a slight bit. Back to the bottom now. He's definitely closed in on Joey at least. To his inside, a little side draft off his teammate. Through the tri-oval that has about 18 degrees of banking. And Suarez has caught Blaney again, and he'll give Blaney a shot. Blaney slowly working his way through the field. Up to 28th to race high. Still hasn't caught the big draft of those lap cars. It just seems like one or two cars keeps losing the draft as Blaney catches them. Even the top six really have a big gap on about 7th place, and then 7th is in a big pack. So you get back to about the, oh man, final 5 or 6 cars. David Reagan, BJ McLeod almost got together off of turn 4. Suarez locks bumpers through the tri-oval with Blaney once again. Blaney moves high behind Ross Chastain. Oh, he's got a big run down the back straightaway. He's pulling away from Suarez once more. Big run. Blaney has finally caught the large pack of cars. Right to the back bumper of David Reagan in the center of turns 3 and 4. Now looks underneath him. Josh Bilicki in line behind him, and here we go. So Blaney has caught the big pack of cars. It took him almost 15 laps, but he was finally able to do it. And because things are spaced apart, that might be a large part of why we are still caution-free to this point in the race also. Remember, Kurt Busch started at the very back of the pack in this race, and he was able to get up through the front fairly quickly. Tyler Burbeck, welcome to the stream. Blaney with a run up the middle, down the back straightaway between Truex and Fincham. Trying to get a run on the back of the 95 of Christopher Bell. Bell comes into today's race with back-to-back top 2 finishes, a win at Bristol and a second-place runner-up finish at Richmond last night. Caution's out for the first time today at lap number 19. Sorry, lap 17. We get our first caution as Ryan Newman leads. And it looks like Joey Logano, Bobby Carter will be hitting pit road, and that's big for Carter because he was way behind any draft. He was basically running by himself there. And Blaney's going to pit as well. He'll give up the track position that took him a while to gain, but might as well try something different here. Try to top off on fuel. Whoever caused that caution must have been behind Blaney. Green flag back in the air. Following the first yellow of the day at lap 17. So a couple of Penske Fords came down to pit road that time. Maybe they can link up, and Keselowski's back here as well as it is. So only 3 cars hit pit road there. They will be borderline on whether or not they can make it to the end of the stage on fuel. So that's why they topped off. Outside lane starting to stack up. More like the middle lane now as they're 3 wide. The turns 1 and 2 getting up to speed. Down 4 wide down the back straightaways. Almirola got held up and hung out to dry. Kenseth and Blaney moved up through those middle lanes pretty quickly. Even Bobby Carter didn't quite get going on the bottom. Oh, a little contact. Carter got into Blaney. Tried to side draft him. See what these 4 fresh tires can do. Handling's going to be there. The speed's not going to change much. Oh boy. Johnson's going to chase Stenhouse to that middle lane. 12 car just doesn't seem that strong today. But in the draft, you wonder if those guys that topped off on fuel can actually make it to the end that way. We know they're going to be close as it is. Oh man, Blaney almost got underneath Kyle Busch. Now he does. They're 4 wide through 3 and 4. Push from Kenseth. They're still 4 wide. Almost halfway through stage 1. Keselowski and Blaney have really gotten through the pack. Oh man, Brad went high, Blaney went up to side draft him a little bit. Go up there a little bit more. Middle to the back of the pack here. Blaney locks bumpers with Harvick. Shoots to the bottom. Harvick got a little loose in the tri-oval. Car got really light when Blaney moved off his back bumper. Tell you what, I think that one car of Kurt Busch looks really strong today. He's been in the top 15 for a while despite it being in the early going of the race. And remember, he started dead last. In 40th after having to drop to the rear, failing inspection before the race started. 4 wide into turn 3 again. We've seen it a handful of times already today, and we just saw it again there. Blaney up to the top 14. Moving around, trying to find where he can get a good draft. They're 3 wide out of his rear view. Big move. 4 wide through the tri-oval. It's going to narrow out as they get into turn 1. Everybody's finding their lane on the racetrack. Trying to. William Byron starting to get a pull off the back end of the 12 car. And the 12 starting to get a huge run down the back straightaway on the back of the 34 of McDowell. 210 miles an hour into turn 1. Had to lift. Almost went below the double yellow line to pass. Didn't advance his position down there. He was coming in so fast. There was nothing to do. He got out of the gas and he still just couldn't get out of the way. Just barely able to squeeze in there, but no contact was necessary as well. Blaney moves high. Oh man, Elliott Newman start to go high. Blaney was already there. Blaney a little loose in the center of the corner. Now push from Ty Dillon. Christopher Bell leads at Talladega. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. Xfinity Series action at Talladega will be tomorrow on the channel. Right at about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the start time for that one. 34 to go, stage 1 here. Christopher Bell leads. Chad Fincham trying to get underneath him for the lead as well. Help from Blaney from behind. Blaney in the top 5 for the first time today now. Taking him almost half of the first stage to get towards the front, but he is getting closer and closer, and now has a run to the bottom. 3 wide for the lead goes Blaney. Affiliated teammate of the 21 of DiBenedetto followed him. Matty D was on the outside of Blaney. Blaney had the run, and he dropped in line behind him, and now they're 1-2. Oh no, DiBenedetto goes around off turn 4, spinning to the infield, retaining wall. Caution is going to fly for the second time. After he pushed Blaney to the lead, DiBenedetto will lose control of his race car off of turn 4. I'm not sure if he got clipped from behind by somebody, but he loses control now. Bringing out our second caution of the day. Blaney will lead his first lap of the race under caution. After he helped The 12 of Blaney get to the lead. Great teamwork there by the two Fords. And see some more drivers heading pit road, but not everybody. Blaney will stay out and keep the track position. And he's a little bit closer now to making it on field to the end of the stage. Everybody that did pit will easily be able to make it. And we still have about half the field that have not pitted yet at all through the first two cautions. Green flag back in the air. 30 laps to go. We're halfway through stage number 1. And we'll see if Blaney can lead a lap under green now. He's led 4 of them under caution. So we get up to speed. Ryan Newman got a good restart. That entire inside just took off. The outside did not. LaJoy, who restarted on the bottom, quickly went to the top. Bencham, who restarted second, is quickly outside the top 5 and then some down the back straightaway. Top 4, all Fords, and then a Chevrolet of Byron in 5th. Byron's had a good string of runs at Bristol and Richmond as well, back-to-back top 10s. Keselowski looks high, and here comes Denny Hamlin. He knows how to get around these super speedways, winning the Talladega playoff race in real life this season. Just a couple of weeks ago. Quinn Houff, oh boy, Newman, I don't know if he got shoved out of line by Hamlin or if he had a run, decided to go up there. His run kind of stalled out a little bit though when he did go high. Ryan Blaney controls the lines, and by the way, that last lap was the first lap Blaney has led under green today, and it took until lap 32 at the line to do it. And now he tries to control both lanes. Quinn Houff's in the mix. They're 3 wide for about 5th place on back. And less than 30 to go in stage 1. Playoff point on the line, 10 stage points on the line. This is the 10th race of the season. And outside of Daytona, this could be the last chance for a wild card winner this season. And then maybe the road courses, of course. Blaney went high, blocked Newman, and Denny Hamlin with a huge run by himself with no help. And Hamlin will take the lead for the first time today. And one car has lost the draft further back in the pack as well. Chase Elliott all over the back bumper of Blaney now. Cole Custer's come from the back now. Blaney to the inside of Hamlin for the lead. Little side draft going off into the corner. And Ryan Blaney all by himself will take the lead away. And now Elliott comes to push him in the center of the corner. And that's going to get Blaney way out in front here off of turn 4. So they are side by side for second. Yes, okay, welcome to the stream. So Blaney leads at the line. That's another lead change. Second different time he's led the early going to the race. Gonna see a lot more lead changes going forward if I had to imagine, especially with this package on these super speedways. Yeah, Chiefs and Bills are on today. 3 wide back in the pack here. Huge head of steam by that outside line as well as the middle lane. Elliott back to pushing Blaney again, and again it's the 11 of Denny Hamlin taking the lead. Just so good at these racetracks. We haven't seen a lot of good luck from Elliott in the early going of the season. He's right on the playoff bubble. 10 races in, but he's off to a good start, it looks like, here in stage 1. So stage points, again, can go a long way for these drivers that don't have a win yet this season. Through the first 9 races, we have had 6 different winners, so still 10 spots open for getting into the playoffs. Blaney all over the back of Hamlin. Wants to make a move. He's under him. A little side draft, pulls him back. Hamlin has 0 help. Custer went high for a moment, back down in line behind Elliott. And yeah, Hamlin's going to get hung out to dry here if he can't get any help. Custer goes up. Big move way in the back there by Brendan Gaughan. Still no help for Denny Hamlin on the outside. And again, Ryan Blaney led the last lap, and he's back in the lead once more. Blaney gets tight off of turn number 2, and here comes Elliott. Oh! boy! Boyer almost got blocked off by Blaney, and now Elliott gets tight and turns 3 and 4 on the outside. They're 3 wide for the lead underneath him. And Clint Boyer will take it over. In the bar stool paint scheme. Boyer, Bubba, Blaney, Houff, and Custer, your top 5 at the line that last time. First lap Boyer's led today. Room on the bottom for Blaney. Barely squeezes in between LaJoie and Houff. Leaves Custer to try to take the top lane as they train down the back straightaway. Blaney's getting a big run on Clint Boyer right now. Boyer got way out ahead of the inside line when he jumped down. Blaney moves up to second, and he's got his best friend, Bubba Wallace, right behind him. Wallace stays high with Houff behind him. Blaney's still on the bottom, trying to get a run on Clint Boyer himself here. And now just 23 to go in stage 1. Stage is going to be over before you know it. Blaney all over the back of Boyer. Joshua White, welcome to the stream. Well, hopefully you can make it back by the finish of the race. But thanks for stopping by either way. Clint Boyer seems like he does have a pretty strong car out in front. And look at Denny Hamlin squeezing Custer in the middle. And he's back into the top 5 all of a sudden. Something happened to LaJoie there. He really backed off. The top 2 cars have really got way out ahead of the pack. We've seen some cars get spaced out at times here today, and that's the case in this one as well. Blaney getting a shove from Corey LaJoie. Look at the big run they've got. About at least 5 to 10 miles an hour faster on Clint Boyer as they get to his inside, and there was no chance for Boyer to block the run that Blaney and LaJoie had. And some cars going to try to go up, and now Boyer actually moves down in line in third there. Off of turn 4. Blaney got a little loose after getting that push from LaJoie, so Blaney back to the lead again. Third different time now at lap 40, in which he's led. And Denny Hamlin with a great move in between Boyer and LaJoie. Big run by Hamlin. Blocked off by Blaney in 1 and 2. Hamlin's got Boyer behind him. Those are 2 strong race cars. And here comes B.J. McLeod up the middle in the 78 car. Where did he come from in this pack? Oh, no contact! McLeod was getting a huge push from Custer there. Blaney couldn't get down. He went high to block Hamlin, and now Custer will loosen up LaJoie, or McLeod rather, and try to squeeze in between him and LaJoie. They're 3 wide for the lead. Blaney getting a huge run once again of 200 plus miles an hour, and they're 4 wide for second place now down the back straightaway. Ty Dillon gets the big run. He goes high looking for the lead on LaJoie. Michael McDowell. Oh man, LaJoie got loose, and actually he's coming to pit road, so a couple cars coming to pit road that time. Those are some of the drivers that have not pitted yet in this opening stage. They couldn't make it any further, so that will give Ty Dillon the race lead at the start-finish line with 19 to go in stage 1. They're 3 wide for about third place on back. McDowell going for the lead underneath the 13 car, and Timmy Hill's worked himself into the top 5 now. He's up to about 4th place. Blaney with another big run under that 34 car. He's under him. Trying to suck the air off that left rear corner panel. Able to do it. He gets the nose out in front. A push from Timmy Hill now. Got a little loose after that shot. Timmy Hill's front bumper is not even, and not squared up at all with that little bit of damage. Not sure where he got that damage from. Probably under the first two yellows, if I had to imagine. I didn't see him anywhere in the picture when DiBenedetto spun to bring out the second caution, so it might have been the first. More cars coming down to pit road there, by the way. And we got a slow car that is just coming out of the pits. That is Corey LaJoie, who pitted from the lead the lap prior. Blaney going to lead this pack right into him here. And now two packs of cars are up ahead. And they have a huge run on LaJoie. And he's not going to be able to hold on to the lead lap. LaJoie trying to sidetrack Blaney here, and he's staying alongside of him now. Timmy Hill comes to pit road. And Custer going to follow the lap car of LaJoie. Carter going to push Blaney. Boy, he's gotten back into this one. He was the very back of the pack earlier. More cars coming out of the pits here. There's Truex. Blaney gets pushed back to the lead from Carter. Johnson coming out of the pits. Oh, LaJoie braked. He almost ran into the back of him. This is going to break this pack up a lot more. And Blaney now pulling away off of turn 2, so some of these guys are going a lap down here in stage 1. Big push here, Bobby Carter getting a giant shove from Cole Custer, and Blaney was able to throw the block. And Custer's got a problem. I think he ran it out of gas or something. He's coming to pit road. That's going to stack up a couple more cars. Bell had to go high. Blaney goes high now to block Carter. A lot of lap cars in the mix as well here, and this could be the race to the end of stage 1 with 16 to go if we don't get another caution. Oh, we almost had problems up ahead, and we do have a caution somewhere in this mess, and that will be our third caution of the opening stage. So things were getting a little crazy there as guys were coming out of the pits. Cole Custer might have brought out the caution when he ran out of gas. They could have stacked up back there because he's pitting. William Byron will get the free pass at 28th. So Blaney can stay out of the pits, and now with that caution, he's definitely going to make it on field to the end of the stage. He was about a lap to the good, but now will be about 4 laps to the good when we go green. So only 28 cars on the lead lap when we go green here. That's going to hurt a lot of guys' chances to get back into this thing. I'm sure we'll see more cautions, and of course we know 2 stage breaks will be coming, so a couple guys will get back on the lead lap by the end of it still. But no guarantees that all of them will. Green flag back in the air. 13 laps to go in stage 1. 28 cars will battle it out for 10 stage points, and one of them will get a playoff point for winning the stage. And you'd have to assume the hot streak that both Blaney and Bell are on, especially Christopher Bell. Both of those two finishing in the top 3 in the last 2 races, and they both led laps today. Blaney got a heck of a restart, but he's got 2 front row motorsport cars right behind him in 2nd and 3rd. And Boyer's actually going to get underneath Nemechek now, so Nemechek couldn't quite drop in line behind his teammate. Christopher Bell in the top 5. Single file line. Boyer will hop out, followed by Bell, and Bell gets a huge push from Logano. Looked like Bell was going to follow Boyer. He got a run himself there. Blaney leads the opening lap of the restart. 12 to go in the stage. DiBenedetto back in it, and Blaney finds the sucker hole in the middle as he got split 3 wide. Stays in line there with Boyer behind him. Nobody went with Bell when he went to the outside of Blaney. Carter goes up to block Blaney, and Blaney has found his teammate of Logano on the bottom. Oh man, Blaney got tight center of the corner, got right into Boyer. Dangerous part of the track for that to happen in the center of the corner. Blaney willing to follow his teammate here and work together to get to the front. Oh man, he's pushing Logano, and he about turned him in the center of the tri-oval. Joey made a great save. And Boyer now going to give Blaney a shot. 3 Penske affiliated cars in the top 5. None of them though really working together. Blaney wanted to work with Joey, but Blaney gets a run up to second himself here with the 21 car behind him. He has pushed. 21 has pushed the 12 to the lead earlier. And a side draft to 34 of McDowell there. He will. And just like that, Ryan Blaney to the lead, and now he gets a push from Benedetto after he is taking the lead. Oh boy, he got tight. Matty D looking to follow his teammate there. Logano trying to lead the outside. Blaney will lead back at the line. Another lead change. 10 laps to go. Stage 1 at Talladega. We're 50 laps in the books already. You never know if you're going to be able to get back to the lead if you lose it now this late. There's a chance you can, but no guarantees. So Blaney wants to block for his life here. And he's got his two teammates on the outside. He'll hop in front of them, back down in front of Boyer, back up in front. Man. And back to the bottom, into the center of 3 and 4. A lot of Fords inside the top 5 again. And a big run by the 21 and the 22 on the outside. The 22 of Logano hangs out his teammate. Blaney stalls that run out barely, and back to the bottom through the tri-oval. 9 laps. Blaney is blocking for his life right now. Driving out of that rear view mirror, and here comes Ross Chastain for Spire Motorsports in the 77. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. He's up to second and looking for the lead. Off of turn 2. Chad Fincham behind him. Look at that pack of three wide cars. They're 4 wide for second place down the back. Blaney trying to block all 4 lanes. Boyer getting a push in that 3rd lane from Michael McDowell. Goes down the track. Trying to clear Blaney, but he can't quite clear him yet. Blaney got a good side draft off of him, and he's still going to lead at the line. How did Blaney fend that off? No lead change officially at the start-finish line there, but boy, that was close. Chastain gave him a nice push as well after Blaney got the side draft on Boyer, and Boyer has lost 4 spots all of a sudden. Back to 5th, and he's trying to lead that outside again, and again he's got McDowell behind him, and now Fincham will move up in front of Boyer. Trying to see if Boyer gives him a shot. That 14 car does look strong. I think the 14 and the 11 look like the 2 strongest cars. Fincham had a run on the outside for a second. And then Boyer hangs him out to dry. Looking for a run himself here. Hal Blaney has not lost the lead in 3 laps. The car's going 3 and 4 wide for second place on back behind him. I have no clue, but he's done a good job up to this point. Trying to get his 4th stage win of the year, and he will have won the last 3 stages if he can win this one. And now from 3rd on back, they really stacked up, going 3 wide again there, and Chase Elliott actually comes out on top for 3rd place. And Chastain and Blaney have just kind of pulled away from him. And they're going to swallow up Chastain here quickly as he moves up in front of the 9 of Elliott. And on the bottom comes a lap car in the picture. Not sure who it is. I think it's Eric Jones in the 20. And Chastain on the outside has a run. And Ross Chastain will lead the lap at the line. And here comes Denny Hamlin. What a move by Hamlin. Blaney went high to block him. He zigzagged right in between. They're 4 wide into turn 1. Contact now with the 3 of Dillon in the middle of the pack. They somehow make it through turns 1 and 2. And there's more contact off the exit of 2 between Boyer and Fincham on the outside. And Denny Hamlin leads in stage number 1 with Chastain in second behind him. 2 aggressive drivers at the front of the field here, and a couple lap cars in the picture as well. Jones and Garner at least lap cars. 3 wide to the bottom there. Hamlin still holding on to the lead. Jones trying to get back on the lead lap before the end of the stage, so that's what he's fighting for here. As well as Brendan Gaughan trying to chase him, and if they can't get around to get their laps back, they're battling for the free pass position for 29th on the racetrack. Blaney up to 4th. Big run. A little side draft there on Suarez. He's trying to pull him back. Jones moves in front of Blaney. They're 3 wide. Blaney about to get a push from Austin Dillon. Chastain gets tight, and Hamlin's got a big lead with Blaney and Dillon behind him. We'll have 4 laps to go in stage 1 at the start-finish line this time. And the way everybody's been racing for these final 13 laps of the stage, if a caution comes out, the stage is over. So that is another reason why these guys are racing hard to get to the lead as quick as they can. Because we have seen it on these super speedways that a caution comes out before they actually take that green white checkered flag and they don't get a shot. It actually happened in real life in the playoff race this year when Chris Buescher won stage 1. They had the first big one down the back straightaway, and Blaney has gotten to the inside of Hamlin. Big time side draft, and now a push from Austin Dillon. Byron is up to 3rd underneath of Denny Hamlin, and Blaney leads with 3 to go at the line this time. And Dillon lets go, hopefully trying to get a run himself. Byron moves to the outside in front of Denny Hamlin. Clint Bowyer is back in the top 3 again. How did he get up here? Byron trying to lead the outside. He's got a run. Bowyer keeps going from top to bottom. And how did William Byron get that big of a run by himself? Great side drafting ability. Dillon going to push Blaney. Remember, there was a photo finish in stage 1 in the Daytona 500 that we had this season between Byron and Blaney, and Byron got that stage win that day. Ooh, Dillon got tight up the track going into turn 3. Big advantage for Blaney off of turn 4. Byron's got a run. He looks high. Blaney up to block. Here comes Hamlin on the bottom. Blaney trying to control the lanes. Got loose middle of the pack through the tri-oval. Keeps it straight. 2 laps to go in stage 1. They're 4 wide for about 3rd place. Austin Dillon gets the boot as he is in that 4th line all the way on the outside near the wall. And here comes the closer out of nowhere, Kevin Harvick. Where did he come from? Caution, and the stage is over. Down the back straightaway with 2 to go, our 4th caution of the race. And that will give Ryan Blaney his 4th stage win of the season. And a sigh of relief for the 12 of Blaney, because he had a big lead on those guys off of turn 2, and they were starting to get a run down the back straightaway on him, but he holds on to win the stage. Virtually everybody will be coming to pit road under the stage break here. David Reagan might have been the cause of that caution, and Eric Jones will get the free pass in 29th. But Reagan could very well be out of the race if he did cause that caution. And he would be the first car out of the race if he did. Denny Hamlin wins the race off pit road. So he'll restart from the lead in stage 2. Green flag is back in the air. Here we go. Blaney trying to pinch Hamlin down there. A little side draft. Bowyer's not staying right in line behind him, though. Blaney wants him to. Outside staying more organized. Byron's all over the back of Hamlin right now. Blaney couldn't get down in between the 4 and the 24. And starting to move backwards a little bit. Trying to side draft Harvick. Byron. Thought he might have had a run. Oh, man. Chastain gave Blaney a huge push. Hamlin went high. And here comes Blaney up the middle for the lead. A huge push from Ross Chastain, but can he get to the 24 car? No. Byron pulls up to block him. Byron's all over in front of that 24 car. The 4 and the 3 on the bottom. Oh, Byron gets loose, man. He is blocking that 12 car, Blaney. Blaney shoots the gap up the middle. Byron gets sideways. They're 4 wide for the lead. They're 1 and 2, rather. Oh my goodness, and they're still 3 wide for the lead. Harvick fading back in the middle lane. Blaney moves down in front of him, now to side draft Austin Dillon. And back in line behind him. Crosses him over to the inside. Where did Blaney get that run from? And now a push from the rookie, Christopher Bell. And Blaney will lead the lap at the line. We're going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time here in the race today. Currently in stage number 2 in the early going of the second stage of the race, just over 60 laps into the Geico 500. Somebody to look out for today is Eric Jones. He did win the Daytona 500 on this season, and he just got the free pass at the end of stage 1, getting himself right back into the thick of things all of a sudden. Christopher Bell just had a huge push. The two rookies, actually 3 rookies rather, working together there. The bottom of the racetrack. Michael McDowell as well. BJ McLeod is up here. Blaney moved down right in front of McLeod, and behind McDowell, Custer goes up to side draft the 38. Now the 2 front row motorsport cars are on the outside lane. Tell you what, Blaney got a big push from McLeod off of turn 4. He carried that run up to second place, and he's still got a run on the back of the rookie Christopher Bell. As he gets to his outside, a little side draft, trying to get away from him now. Bell trying to side draft him right back. Oh, Bell. Blaney is all over him. Some aggressive bump drafting going on right here. Bell leads the lap at the line. McDowell goes high for a moment, and then Bell, after getting the run to get the full car length out ahead of Blaney, moves back down to the bottom again. And Blaney in second, moves up ahead of McDowell on the outside. Daniel Suarez back in the top 3. Big charge by Blaney on the bottom through 3 and 4 as Christopher Bell goes to the outside, and Blaney's got the lead. Second lane there. Michael McDowell's got a pretty big run. Side drafting with Suarez for second. Just face the facts here. We've seen nothing but 3 and 4 wide racing all day today. Outside of maybe the first 15 laps of the race when it was kind of spaced out in the back of the pack where we were at, but outside of that, it has been nothing short of aggressive racing through the middle and even the front of this pack. I mean, look at that mess back there. It's like a beehive. All the bees just trying to swarm to get to the front of the pack. Then we got a little loose back there off of turn 4. Definitely been a pretty stellar and fun start to the day, but Just never know what could happen. Blink of an eye, something could go wrong. We had 4 cautions in the opening stage of the race for incident, including one that ended the stage when we got to that 2 lap to go mark. Jimmy Johnson, who's a lap down in his final season, trying to get a run here all of a sudden. Michael McDowell with a huge run on the outside. Johnson up the middle. 3 wide for the lead. Jimmy trying to get back on the lead lap. They're 4 wide for about 3rd place. Oh, there might have been contact up towards the top of the track. Slowed down, I believe it was Suarez and Nemechek, and somehow Byron locks bumpers with the 12 of Blaney, and he's going to keep that 12 car out in front at the start-finish line. Now McDowell's starting to fade back. Wonder if Byron might try to move in front of Johnson there and see if those 2 Hendrick Chevrolets can maybe work together. Chevy's all of a sudden inside the top 5 and towards the front of the pack. Austin Dillon's back in the top 5. Kurt Busch is up to 3rd. Also started at the back with Blaney. Blaney had the poor qualifying effort. Kurt Busch started out towards the back because he failed pre-race inspection. Couple lap cars there. Brendan Gaughan, Jimmy Johnson right with one another. Johnson on that outside has Timmy Hill behind him. Bryce Hill can't quite get close enough to even lock bumpers with the 48 car. Oh, contact! Blaney tried to go up there and side draft him, and instead he actually made contact with him. Still holds on to the lead, but now Johnson's kind of leading this pack. Well, now they're side by side again off of 4. Timmy Hill's close to that 48 car, but he's not quite there yet. Brendan Gaughan gets the run up the middle. Head of steam. Trying to get back on the lead lap himself here, and now Blaney's just getting brake trained. And they're still 3 wide for the lead. Between LaJoie, Timmy Hill, and Blaney. Oh, he can't quite clear LaJoie. LaJoie side drafting that right rear corner panel Blaney. Now he's getting a pole off of Gaughan. And he goes up, trying to side draft him himself again here. And LaJoie still can't clear Blaney on the bottom. Blaney still can't get that head of steam enough to clear these guys. And that's the same thing for LaJoie down the straightaways. Is where he gets the run. And they've been 3 wide for the lead for about 2 laps now. Nobody can really break away from one another. Side drafting each other back and forth, trying to get the pole off the 62 of Gaughan as well. And Blaney finally clears LaJoie off of turn 2. He's getting a big run to the back of that 62 car all of a sudden as well. Look underneath him, trying to put him a lap down again. A little side draft, so Gaughan was trying to stay out in front. And instead, Blaney's going to pass and clear him off at turn 4. So, puts a buffer, a lap car, in between the 2 leaders. That'll help the 12 of Blaney out here. Gano gave Byron a nice shove to get underneath the Gaughan and get closer to the back bumper of Blaney's car all of a sudden. Gaughan getting that big run. Now the 2 Penske Fords, 1-2 on the bottom as Byron got shuffled out of line. Gaughan trying to side draft the 12 of Blaney and stay with him. Byron starting to get a run. Blaney goes up the block and he side drafts the 62. And he wants that clean air out at front. Gaughan not able to hang with him and he clears him again. Blaney does off the turn 4. Go back to the normal camera here. 45 to go, stage 2. 3 wide for second. Chastain's back in the mix. Saw him up towards the front at the end of stage 1. We haven't really seen him since, but maybe about 15 to 20 laps in here. He is back towards the front once more. Oh, Gaughan's really fading back there. Oh, Josh Bilicki getting a push from BJ McLeod. Both of those cars are a lap down. When you wanted to slow them up. But again, at least they're not on the lead lap. If those two get around, that could lead to maybe even more cars getting around them. So that is why Blaney wanted to go up and block him. Gaughan's also a lap down, fighting right back. Trying to pick a different lane. A lot of cars up at the front of the field, and some of them are just racing for other things. Free pass, get back on the lead lap, as well as trying to get to the lead themselves. McLeod and Bilicki working together. If they could stay tandem and just work away from these guys, that would be huge for them. A couple of backmarker cars trying to get it done here. That might be the way to do it. I believe that's Keselowski on the outside. He's getting pushed by Bubba Wallace. Keselowski's a lap down, by the way. Blaney's getting a big lead off of turn 4. Wallace and Keselowski are a lap down also here, and Brad was right behind his teammate Blaney. Big run by McDowell up the middle. That kind of stalled out the 2 and the 43. Especially the 43. He had no help. And the 7 and the 78. I'm surprised that 78 of McLeod isn't overheating with how long he has pushed that 7 car. He's definitely helped him out. And here comes Joey Logano up the middle. Look at him fan out through the tri-oval again. Blaney's only led the most laps in 2 races this season. One was the first super speedway race in the Daytona 500. The second was the race he just won at Richmond. And he finished 5th in the 500, by the way. He did not win that race. He was leading with 2 to go down the back straightaway. Try to pull a block on Eric Jones. Kind of got him into the wall. Or, sorry, not Jones, but Tyler Reddick. Kind of put each other in the wall there. And Reddick was still trying to hang on, but couldn't hang on long enough. Jones was able to get around him on the bottom. Coming to the white flag, and Blaney fell a little too far behind, caught up to that pack of 5, but ran out of time to get to the lead. Another couple laps. He might have been able to get back, but you could say the same for really anybody else in that position as well. But Blaney tried not to make that mistake again today, and he's already won stage 1. And I'm not paying attention at all here. Looking at the chat. Kevin Harvick to the lead. Chastain tried to squeeze in there, and he just kind of ran out of room. So Blaney's one streak of leading laps is going to come to an end as Kevin Harvick is going to take the lead unless Blaney can beat him back to the line here. I guess he's getting a big run on him, but a little side draft action as well, but Harvick's still going to lead the lap. Blaney to the outside for the lead. Ducks back in line now behind him. And a push from teammate Brad Keselowski. And they both go high. And Harvick goes high to block. And now they both go to the inside, faking Harvick out. Look at those 2 Penske Fords working together. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Enjoyed the Kansas race yesterday, nice. Oh man. I don't know how Chastain got that run by himself, but he's able to beat the pack, and they're 4 wide. Going into turn 3. Oh, Carter's slowing up. Logano got into him. I don't know how Newman didn't get punched into the wall. See how much ground they lost. Chastain's got a huge lead on the pack. Logano now, or sorry, not Logano, but Blaney rather, getting a push from his Penske teammate Keselowski. They work together to get underneath the 77, and there's no match. 77 car got way too far out in front. So Blaney leads. Way too much speed. That's true. That is true. You could say that. 200 plus miles an hour consistently around this racetrack. Indeed, running inches apart from one another, as you saw there, 4 wide. And we've seen that a lot today. And here comes Stenhouse. Really the first time we've seen him in the top 5. He knows how to get around these super speedways. 2 career wins, one at Talladega here in this spring race, and as well at Daytona in the July race at the time for the Coke Zero 400, both back in 2017. So he's due for a win. It's been a few seasons. See if he can win this race and get himself into the playoffs. Got a couple lap cars up ahead. They actually broke away from this pack in a tandem, and wow, Keselowski got loose moving ahead of Byron. Keselowski's actually a lap down. He's been trying for a while to get his lap back, or at least stay in the free pass position, worst case scenario. That is BJ McLeod and Josh Bilicki in those 2 lap cars a little further up ahead. Oh boy, Chastain with a little rub and run. But he couldn't clear Blaney. Blaney hanging on that right rear corner panel. And a push from McDowell as well. Trying to use that outer lane to their advantage. Go way up high, trying to get the run off the banking, trying to get away from the 77 of Chastain on the bottom. Blaney really wants to clear him going into 3, but he's not going to be able to. McDowell gets away. Blaney still trying to lead the outside. Trying to squeeze between the 77 and the 8, and he does. I wonder if McLeod and Bilicki are going to be able to stay ahead of this pack with how hard they have been racing for quite some time now. We have not had a caution yet in stage 2. Again, we had 4 cautions back in the opening stage. And into turn 1, Reddick will give Blaney a shot to get him back to the lead. See that rear bumper getting worn out on Blaney's car from the pushes he's been getting, but I think he's all right with that. Oh man! Thought he had a chance to block it. He wasn't even close on the outside. That push Chastain was getting from the 34 of McDowell. Blaney did a good job keeping it off of him. That would have been disastrous. And McDowell lets go, trying to go to the middle. Little did he know, Blaney and Reddick had a huge run on the bottom, and he had no chance to make that pass for the lead. And Chastain all of a sudden is now hung out to dry on that top side. Blaney's led a lot of laps since he has gotten to the lead, just over 30 laps into the race. He won stage 1. If he wins stage 2, that'll be his 4th consecutive stage win and his 5th of the season all of a sudden. After not having won in quite some time, that'll give him 5 in the last 3 races. 4 races, rather. Reddick leads at the line. That might be the first lap he's led all day. Getting pushed from Daniel Suarez. Suarez lets go. And Elliott let go of Blaney after giving him a big shot. Elliott lines himself back behind the 12 car again. They are neck and neck down the back straightaway. Reddick hung out to dry. Suarez think he's getting help from Chad Fincham, and caution will fly for the 5th time today with 101 laps to go. So our 5th caution of the race. This will be the lone pit stops of stage number 2. 4 fresh tires going on all these cars here, and they're going to top off on fuel as well. So no green flag stops in this stage will have to be made. We'll have 97 to go when we go green. We'll have even way less laps to go in stage number 2. I believe 29 laps left when we go green in the 2nd stage. Blaney, great restart getting through 1st and 2nd gear. Yep, 29 to go here in stage 2. After 4 laps under that 5th caution of the race. All 5 cautions per incident, because the stage break we had came prematurely with a caution with 2 to go in that said stage. So a lot of Chevys in the top 5 again here. Everybody in the top 5 outside of the leader. Blaney's top 5, and he's the first running Toyota driver. Blaney getting way ahead of Elliott and Kurt Busch off of turn number 4. As we get up to speed here at Talladega, at the start-finish line, even the race leader, who might be the slowest car on the track with this package, was still at 197 miles an hour at the line and 199 going off into turn 1. Blaney's getting loose through turns 1 and 2 there. And here's the run by Suarez. Blaney way up high to block. Blaney's been aggressive with the blocks, but he's been good at it at the same time too. There's been times he's pulled up, and if a car is there, he's able to kind of get out of the way and not make contact with him. And no chance to block Suarez that time. And Daniel Suarez will lead at the line. And he is clear of Blaney if he wants to move down. But now Blaney gets back to him. Suarez had a shot to move in front of him, but once they got into the corner, Blaney was there after a push from Kurt Busch. And Busch and Suarez about got together there. And further back, Byron about bounced it off the wall off of turn 4. So the lead change that last time at the line. It'll be another lead change this time unless Suarez can get back to the lead, but he's running about 3rd or 4th, so I don't think he's going to get the run he needs to lead this lap. It looks like Blaney will lead the lap. So, man, oh man, what a race here today. We'll alternate through the different camera angles one final time in the race today. 26 to go currently. The onboard in-car camera. So we run here in the Geico 500 on a Monday evening. Of course, this race was ran on a Monday earlier this year after a rainout on a Sunday. And they had more rain during the course of that Monday race. And they're still able to get the whole thing in just before it got dark, luckily. Blaney lost the bottom. Kurt Busch is going to get to the lead, followed by John Hunter Nemechek in 2nd. Harvick now pushing. Oh, man, he just got that 12 car extremely loose in the center of the tri-oval there. And Nemechek kind of loosens up Kurt Busch to get out of his way. Busch trying to fight him back. Oh, Blaney went high to push Kurt Busch, and Busch got in the wall, and here comes Harvick up the middle. Oh, my goodness, what a move by Harvick. Blaney about got hooked by Newman. How did Kevin Harvick get to the lead? Went from about 4th to 1st and just squeezed the thread of the needle right up the middle between those guys. Blaney gets a little side draft on him and gets back to the inside of the Ford car. I don't think Harvick's even led a lap today, but boy, he got close. He didn't quite lead a lap at the line there, but he got to the lead down the back straightaway. Blaney still leads the lap at the line, and Gahn is still a lap down. Boy, he's been close so many times. I don't even know how he's gotten to the front of this pack this quick after the restart. So many times he's gotten close to getting the free pass, but he just loses that free pass positioning when a caution comes out. And for Bilicki and McLeod, by the way, who got their laps back by tandeming before the caution came out, so they're back on the lead lap as well. So we have just over 30 cars on the lead lap in Stage 2 here at Talladega. Jeffrey Dunn, welcome to the stream. Harvick with another run to the outside at the line. I think Blaney led the lap. Not by much if he did. Jimmy Johnson also a lap down in this mess. Harvick again leads. Hasn't led a lap because Blaney led the last lap at the line. And again, Blaney's getting a run on Harvick. Harvick still might not lead a lap at the line. Not that that matters so much, as long as it's not at the end of a stage at least, for Harvick's sake, but oh man, they are door to door in turn 3. Blaney got a little tight. Allowed Harvick to get a little bit better run. Harvick wants to desperately lead that first lap of the race. Austin Dillon, where's he going to go? Well, he's going to push Blaney, and Blaney will lead the lap at the line. But Jones was close on the bottom, and Harvick got hung out to dry. Ooh, little contact. That kind of broke up the 3 and the 12 when that happened, and Eric Jones is now in the lead. And Harvick, just like that, is outside of the top 10. With a run by Blaney to the back of the 32, pulls down right in front of the 66, now underneath the 32 of LaJoie. They're side by side for second. Blaney barely got to clear him. Now push from Jimmy Hill for MBM, and Bobby Carter in the mix up here now. A lot of young guns towards the front of the field here at Talladega. Eric Jones leading. Looking for career win number 4. Speaking of the fact that he won our Daytona 500 this year and trying to win the first 2 super speedways of the season. Ryan Blaney's locked bumpers with him now down the back straightaway, and they are pulling away from the pack behind him. They go high. 2, 3, and 4. Blaney did that intentionally and now looks to the inside, hanging Jones out to dry, getting a push from the 66 of Hill, and Blaney will swap the lead after Jones was only able to lead 1 lap at the line that time. 20 laps to go, though, in stage number 2 at Talladega. Blaney, who won stage 1, trying to get into this. And how about Keselowski, who got the free pass under that last caution? He's up to 3rd and has driven his way from the back of the pack to the front in just 9 laps. And meanwhile, Denny Hamlin is in the top 5 again. BMNJ, welcome to the stream. No problem for being late. Better late than never. Single file accordion line on the inside near that double yellow line. Who will be the first to kind of break apart? See, Stenhouse is trying to work that outside line. He's got Suarez behind him. Goes down to that inside to try and side draft now. Off that bottom lane in the center of the corner, and then try to get the run down the straightaways. He'll push from behind. Look at Harvick, who almost led his first lap a couple times. The top 5 are still single file, and then you got Harvick, who just kind of weeded Stenhouse out of the way, but Stenhouse still has Suarez in line behind him, and Hamlin moves up, and now they're 4 wide for 3rd place all of a sudden. And Timmy Hill just squeezes to the inside of Blaney, who got tight going into turn 1, and Timmy Hill will take the lead off of turn 2. Blaney gets freight trained. Josh Bilicki's back into the top 5. Blaney getting a big run on Austin Dillon, and he's on the outside right behind his teammate Brad Keselowski. Through 3 and 4, trying to give Brad a shot. Get these two Penske Fords to work together here. Chastain pulling him back with that side draft, and Timmy Hill will lead his first lap of the race at the line. Blaney moves down right in front of Bowman. And behind Chastain, he's going to be able to get underneath Chastain now. The front bumper canvas, we have Blaney moving back up to 4th. Oh, something happened to Chastain and Keselowski. They lost a lot of ground there. And Bilicki's going to be the next car to get hung out in 3rd. He's got plenty of room to get in line. Oh, but a big run by Chastain. He just wasn't able to do it. Oh, now he does. Wow. Chastain ended up trying to move high all of a sudden. Dillon moves up out of line, trying to stay in the draft to Timmy Hill, and Blaney looks to the bottom. He's going to get around him. And Bilicki giving a huge push to Blaney down the back straightaway in that bottom lane. Timmy Hill on the outside with no help, and Blaney's going to take the lead easily through 3 and 4. So Timmy Hill's lead was short-lived. He led for a few laps there, and Blaney's going to find himself back out in front at the start-finish line here and leading the next lap of the line. Blaney's led the most laps today. Not that that really awards anything, but with 15 to go, it just shows that he's got a strong car. And now Eric Jones with help from Denny Hamlin. Joe Gibbs Racing teammate, but Hamlin couldn't stay connected. Jones almost kind of made that run by himself. He had Hamlin behind him, but Denny didn't really even give him a shot. 20 of Eric Jones looking strong here. He was looking strong at the end of stage 1. Here through stage 2, he's leading laps from time to time. And Hamlin's been up towards the front a lot too. He's had a strong car as well. And he back to his inside little side draft. Hamlin going way up to the outside. He wants to help his teammate and hang that Penske Ford out to dry. Austin Dillon going to follow him as well. Suarez finally going to give Blaney the shot he needs, but Joe Gibbs Racing 1-2 at the front of the field now. Blaney gets to the outside of Hamlin. Really pulled the air off that right rear corner panel. Big run on Jones. Down the back. Stick with this normal camera for the rest of this race now. And Jones has no help. Hamlin thinking now maybe it's every man for himself. We get later and later to that green-white checker flag here in stage number 2. Blaney gets the shot from Hamlin to get back to the lead. Suarez went up the middle to get the 2nd place. Now will he make a move? And Harvick now makes the move up the middle. He's done that a couple times today. Blaney back down to the bottom in front of Hamlin. Center of the corner, Harvick's got to run. That Busch Light number 4 car. Put himself on the wall. Oh, and now contact with Hamlin. Hamlin gets sideways and saves it. And here comes Bobby Carter with a run. I'm sorry, no, that's Timmy Hill again. Excuse me for that. And Harvick is finally going to lead his first lap of the race after a shot from Suarez. Blaney, can he clear Harvick off at turn 4? Yes, he will. And now Hill going to give him a push on top of it. $11 to go. Stage 2. Stenhouse. See him in the top 5 once again. How about Timmy Hill? He's still hanging in there, trying to give himself a good chance to at least get stage points if he can't get the stage win. But he has led a couple laps here in the last handful or so. Chase Elliott. He's up towards the front at the end of stage 1. Haven't seen him a lot in stage 2, but he's trying to work himself back up towards the front again as I think he moved back down to the bottom. He was behind Harvick on the outside there for a short bit of time. And yes, he did move his way back to the bottom, and he's in 5th. I'm not sure how he got down there, but he got down there. He was in that 3rd lane for a short moment. Now he's trying to lead a 2nd lane. Will he stay up there? Yes, he will. So they're 3 wide, trying to side draft and get those runs in that middle and upper lane to get within the top 3 or 4 that is hooked on that bottom lane. Where's Timmy Hill? When he was in 2nd last time, he was staying consistent with the bottom there. Oh, Elliott about squeezed Harvick, and now Hill thinks it's time to go. He moves up. He had Jones pushing him from behind. Ty Dillon all of a sudden is right behind Harvick. Elliott fading back a slight bit. Man, and Elliott and Harvick about got together off the turn 4 again. Bobby Carter's in the top 5, that generated rookie driver. 9 to go, stage 2 at the line. Hill goes high, nobody goes with him. Jones on the bottom up to 2nd. Once Timmy hit 10 laps to go, he figured, okay, now it's time to go. Now it's time to get to the lead. Since we saw stage 1 end with 2 to go because of a caution, will we see stage 2 end prematurely? It's definitely possible. Jacob Westbrook, welcome to the stream. Okay, so far so good. Thanks for asking. As usual, all 9 times out of 10 at least. Try to stay positive. And what a race. 8 to go, stage 2. Bobby Carter takes it 3 wide on the outside. Does he have help? Oh, wow, Blaney got really stepped out on him. He got loose in the center of the corner. Oh, Carter's fading back. Stenhouse has his teammate Ryan Preece right behind him. JTG Doherty Racing working together in that outside lane. Can they work themselves to the lead as Blaney tries to hold in front of him? You know, when Stenhouse gets the lead, he's going to be tough to pass on this racetrack. It's also going to be tough to hold him behind. They go all the way near the outside. Blaney high to block again. Back to the bottom. Oh, and that broke up the JTG Doherty drivers. Now Stenhouse still in that 2nd lane, but Preece is now in that upper lane. Jones tries to make a move ahead of Stenhouse. 7 to go, stage 2. Oh, no! And Blaney loses the bottom. Contact with Jones on the bottom as well. Stenhouse to push Blaney. Eric Jones to the lead off of turn 2. Late in stage 2. Blaney's got a big run on that top side right behind Jones. He swings to the bottom. Jones can't block the move. What a run, and Blaney is going to try to get back to the lead again. Can he block Jones off of turn 4? He did, barely. Balicki to the bottom of the track. Carter to the inside. No, it's Timmy Hill. 3 wide for the lead. Timmy Hill finds himself in the lead with 6 to go in stage 2 all of a sudden. How did he get there? Oh, Hill up high to block Blaney, much like Blaney did on Jones, and now Suarez has a run on the bottom. Blaney trying to slide draft him, and here comes Clint Boyer, who was a strong car in stage 1, has found himself back towards the front here in this stage. Hill up high to block Blaney. Blaney goes through the middle, 3 wide for the lead. What a run up the middle by Blaney. Oh, he couldn't quite clear Suarez. A push from Boyer. Blaney up the middle, 3 wide to the lead with 5 to go in stage 2. And Boyer still locked onto that 12 car. And now he moves off of the 14 in front of the 96 of Suarez. Watch that third lane on the outside being led by Timmy Hill. He's being pushed by Ricky Stenhouse. LaJoy almost moved up into him. There's very little room for error. They are 4 wide for third place. 4 wide for second. What a move by Custer, squeezing in the bottom. Clearing everyone. He's got to run. Kyle Busch has been nowhere near the front all day. They are 5 wide through the tri-oval, middle of the pack. 4 to go, stage 2. Are they going to make it even back to this green, white, checker flag, or are we going to have another crash at the end of the stage to end it prematurely again? If so, Blaney leads, because if we do get another caution from this point on, in this stage, the stage will be over. So Blaney trying to hold out in front. Big run by Custer and Almirola. Couple of Stewart-Haas Racing Fords. They're 4 wide for second again. Look at Gunn up there. I think he's a lap down. Trying to get back on the lead lap. Oh, man. Oh! Almost some contact between Almirola, and then he gets loose after getting pushed, and Quinn Help is in the lead at the line. 3 to go in the stage. Blaney with a big run up the middle. They're 3 wide for the lead. Almirola trying to stay on the lead lap. And Kyle Busch is also a lap down. Now back on the lead lap, so Blaney's still in the lead. Almirola and Busch trying to hang on to the lead lap. Almirola gets tight up the track. Blaney 3 wide on the bottom. Trying to put some bumpers in here, and Jones, who is on the lead lap, is trying to draft off his teammate Busch. And the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas have worked together to get Jones to the lead with 2 to go in the stage. Blaney desperately wanting to get around him. Josh Balicki's in the mix again. Stage could end at any moment with a caution. Blaney to the bottom. He can't do it, and Kyle Busch is side drafting him, which is slowing his momentum down. Jones is getting away. And now Blaney finally clears Kyle Busch. And he's got a big run on Jones off of turn 4. He might have a shot to get around him here. Blaney goes high. Not a lot of help. Nothing doing there. Jones is going to lead at the line. Can he hold on? White flag in the air. 1 lap to go now in stage 1. Blaney to the bottom. He's underneath him. Big side draft. And Ryan Blaney on a last lap pass will take the lead in 1 and 2, but is it too early? Kyle Busch pushing him way out in front. Busch is trying to get back on the lead lap before the end of the stage, so he'll drive it hard. As Eric Jones and Cole Custer have locked bumpers on the top. Blaney willing to stay in front of Kyle Busch, at least for now, into turn 3. Jones and Custer trying to get a run on that outer lane. Blaney's got a lap car of Kyle Busch, who will get the free pass at the end of the stage. Here comes Hamlin. Side drafted Jones are slowing each other up, and Ryan Blaney will win stage 2, sweeping the stages at Talladega. My goodness. How did they make it back? I was almost certain that we were not going to make it back to the green, white, checkered flag, but we did. And everybody will top off on fuel. They'll take 4 fresh tires again. Wow. We've got 8 people watching currently. If you enjoyed that, hit the like button down below. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button for more daily NASCAR content, such as these full race NASCAR video game live streams with a realistic broadcast on the daily as I start my broadcasting career to hopefully one day live the dream of broadcasting real NASCAR races. So help me out. I would greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the race today. Green flag back in the air. Third and final stage. This is for all the marbles. 65 laps to go. And Josh Bilicki and his team actually won the race off pit road. So they'll restart in the lead. Two fast cars on these super speedways over the last couple years. Hamlin and Blaney on the outside. Oh, Blaney got loose getting up to speed there. And he just door checked Josh Bilicki. CW2288, welcome to the stream as well. And even after the contact, Bilicki got way ahead, and now Suarez giving Blaney a huge push. Blaney goes high. Yeah, Bilicki's got no help on the bottom of the racetrack. As we get up to speed, Blaney's going to get around Bilicki on the outside with the help from Suarez. Oh, he had a chance to move down in front of him, and he didn't do it. Suarez, let's go! Blaney wanted to move down. He should have when he had the chance originally. And now Michael McDowell's going to try to give him a push. And Austin Dillon's all over the back bumper of the 20 of Jones, who moves up in front of Blaney now. Jones and Blaney working together as Josh Bilicki leading. Here is Christopher Bell back in the top 5 again, and Blaney goes up the middle, hanging Jones out to dry. Moving to the outside of Austin Dillon as well, and now ducks in line behind Austin. On the inside near the double yellow line. To the end of the race from here, they cannot make it on fuel this entire final stage. It's longer than the first two stages by only 8 laps, so fairly similar pit strategies. Stay out as long as you can, and if we get a caution, they'll all pit at that point, and if they don't get a caution, then they'll just pit under green. Jones still can't get down to the bottom back there. He's got Michael McDowell behind him, and Blaney is going to push Austin Dillon to the lead. Through turns 3 and 4, passing Bilicki, followed by Christopher Bell. On the bottom, Bell has finished top 2 in the last 2 races on this championship mode season. He won at Bristol for his first career win and then finished second at Richmond. He is on a hot streak, now running top 3 in stage 3 at Talladega. Blaney has finished top 3 in the last 2 races as well. Third at Bristol and a win at Richmond last night. Blaney's got the run to the inside of Austin Dillon. Get the side draft. And Blaney's going to get help from Christopher Bell in the center of 3 and 4. Bell in that Pro Core number 95 car. The Levine family racing will shoot Blaney to the lead. Boyer in third will follow Bell and Blaney on that inside lane. Blaney back to the lead for however many, for the 17th time today, it seems like. We have had a lot of lead changes, and Blaney's been a large part of them throughout the course of the day, and caution will fly. So that is the 7th caution of the race with 61 laps to go. Sorry, sixth caution of the race today, my bad. We had a decent amount early, and they've kind of thinned out as this race has gone on. Large portion of these guys are going to stay out. Easily cannot make it on field to the end of the race from here. And Eric Almirola will get the free pass in 33rd. So 33 cars will be on the lead lap now. David Reagan, the only guy out of the race, and Truex will be pitting for those fresh tires. Everybody on the lead lap will stay out of the pits, and we'll have 58 laps to go when we go green. Blaney will restart from the lead, something he's only done a couple times today. After all these restarts, and the green flag is back in the air. And they're 3 wide for second already. Bell got hung out to dry. Austin Dillon squeezed right in between them. That outside did not stay organized, and Clint Boyer, who is on the bottom, will lead himself in second easily, with Ryan Newman, the Rocket Man, right behind him. Followed by Bilicki, Elliott, McLeod, and of course Blaney in the lead. And Blaney's getting quite away. Oh man, Boyer moves straight up the racetrack. Chase Elliott up the middle now for second all of a sudden. And actually Bilicki and McLeod are on the bottom. Those two have worked well together today. Remember, they worked together back in stage 2 when they were a lap down to get back on the lead lap. And then they got the caution they needed while they were in front of the pack. Well, they worked together here. This time it would be to take the lead. All these back marker cars up at the front of the field. Bilicki, Fincham, McLeod, Elliott is up here as well. Obviously not a back marker car, but Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon, William Byron in the top 10. Oh boy. Fincham had a big push from Chase Elliott. He can't clear Blaney on the bottom though. Bilicki gonna give Blaney a shot. Oh man, Bilicki gets loose off of turn 4. He couldn't keep pushing Blaney. Fincham will lead at the line. With Blaney and Elliott battling it for second. And Kyle Busch. Not sure if he's on the lead lap this time or not, but if he is, this will be the first time he could contend for the lead all day long. He has been very quiet today, maybe hanging out the back of the pack, hoping to miss the big one. And although we've had 6 cautions, we have not had the big one yet today. Blaney worked to the inside of Fincham, but he couldn't get around him. Ryan Newman, who started in second, is back in the top 3, and he'll push Blaney to the lead. Ty Dillon has worked his way up here as well. Bobby Carter. Oh, look at Dillon making a move there. He couldn't clear Newman on the bottom. Oh no, Blaney got hooked on Newman, trying to block him down the back straightaway. Newman hangs onto it in the front of the pack and still is in the top 4. Blocking gone wrong there, but we stay green. And everybody is all bunched up. Nobody's lost the draft off this restart this time. Every car on the lead lap, and even a lap down is still in it if we get another caution. 33 cars on the lead lap. Nearly 50 to go. 55 to be exact this time by. And Carter and Blaney have gotten way out ahead of the pack now. Hi, oh my. They're going to go 4 wide through the tri-oval. Yes, they are. That was a bad move by Blaney because he gave up the bottom 2 lanes. They're still 4 wide. And that is Kyle Busch in the top 5. LaJoie's a lap down right now. Oh! Blaney squeezing in there. They were 4 wide. He didn't even know they were 4 wide. He thought they were just side by side. Well, Toyota drivers working together. Busch, who has not led a lap all day long, is in the top 3. And Blaney's just going to push Kyle Busch underneath the 73 of Bobby Carter, and just like that, that number M&M, or no, number, number M&M's. Number 18, M&M's Toyota will take the lead. And we'll see if he'll lead his first lap of the race. And how about Almirola? He got the free pass under the last caution. And he is already up to third, showing his super speedway prowess. Only 2 career wins for him on super speedways. And Kyle Busch still not going to lead his first lap of the race. He went on the outside there, giving Blaney and Almirola the bottom, and Blaney will lead the lap. So Kyle Busch, 138 laps into the race, has not led a single lap. Hasn't really even been in the top 5 all day today, but he is late. When the time counts, he's here. What you expect to have out of him. The defending champ. Almirola, oh man, I don't know if he got loose or that was just an aggressive move to get into that middle lane, but either way, it probably wasn't the best thing for him. And Priest sneaks underneath Blaney. Busch on the outside, 3 wide, Blaney in the middle. Quinn Houff back in the top 5 again. Oh, Almirola squeezes it 4 wide for second. He's fading back all of a sudden. Third hit really ran the 12 up the racetrack a little bit. Oh, they're 3 wide. I don't even think Blaney realized it. Look at Brendan Gaughan again trying to get back on the lead lap. Boy, he has been so close so many times. We'll see if he can maybe even get a caution now to help him out. Blaney and Kyle Busch working together. All the way near the wall in that upper lane. Not really working out for him, but Blaney can't get to the bottom either, though. Or even that middle lane. Now he moves down in front of Almirola and behind Elliott. Four wide tri-oval. And it's going to narrow out as they get into turn 1. Truex is a lap down. Trying to catch Brendan Gaughan. Actually, Gaughan's on the lead lap, I think. No, he's not. Never mind. Somebody else must have dropped out of the race because we have 32 cars on the lead lap rather than 33 now. Somebody has exited the race within the last handful of laps. Gaughan looking for the lead lap. Truex as well. Oh, man. Big move by Blaney to block Suarez. Blaney's going to get to the lead. Houff was in the lead for a second there. Who will lead the lap at the line? It will be Blaney by inches on Quinn Houff. Now push from Suarez will easily get Blaney out to the lead. So Truex on the lead lap. Gaughan barely in the free pass position in 34th. And although Truex has never won on a super speedway, he has won here 3 times in the Xfinity Series at Talladega. He won 3 in a row, in fact, back in the mid-2000s. He's never in the right place at the right time in these Cup Series races. Seems to always get taken out the big wreck, especially in recent years. And again, we have not had the big one today, or a big one today. Still 46 to go, and the way these guys have raced throughout the course of the day, it could very well still happen. But again, 6 cautions for incident. That's not counting the stage break at the end of stage 2, which wasn't a caution for incident. It's exactly how many cautions we had at Richmond yesterday. Or no, we had 8 at Richmond, 6 at Bristol. My bad on that one. $500-mile race of the year. Again, already. Brendan Gaughan, of course, in his final season, trying to perhaps get a win. Austin Dillon went low in front of Elliott. I think Elliott might have gotten into the back of him, and that sent Austin Dillon up the track. Good job keeping it off the wall. And that leaves Chase Elliott and Daniel Suarez to battle it out for second. Austin Dillon searching for help up there. Not going to find it for the moment. Oh, wow, Blaney got loose. Wiggling back and forward as Suarez can't quite clear him. Blaney side draps him right back. Now he gets his bumper back out in front. Blaney doesn't have Elliott right behind him, though, like Suarez has Priest. Blaney blocking Elliott, and with that, Elliott just stays on the gas and gives Blaney a shot to stay in the lead. Almost some contact, middle of the pack. That's Joey Gase and Ryan Priest that almost got together. At second and third lane. Ooh, Elliott with a big move high. He would have went higher, I think, but Suarez is already up there. Here comes McDowell back on the bottom. And Jimmy Johnson worked himself up here. Not sure if he's on the lead lap or not either. Guess we'll see. Closer he gets towards the front of the pack. Johnson kind of running Elliott up the racetrack a little bit. And yes, Jimmy Johnson is a lap down, so now he'll currently be in the free pass position in 33rd. Racing guys like Truex and Gaughan that we know of. And down Blaney kind of pull away from the pack. McDowell moves up right in front of Ryan Priest. That gives McDowell the run. And caution. So Jimmy Johnson will get the free pass in 33rd, it looks like. Good for 7 time. The only 2 guys out of the race leading up to that caution was Chastain and David Reagan, by the way. Blaney in the lead at the timing of the yellow, and they are still just shy on fuel to the end of the race, but Blaney will pit. Because if we do get one more caution, he'll then be able to make it. So he'll give up the lead. Suarez also hit pit road right there. Surprised Johnson didn't with getting the free pass. So everybody's still short on fuel, but stays green to the end. Likely, Suarez and Blaney are a lap short. I guess they could save that in the draft over the course of the race. Still 39 laps to go. So that was our 7th caution of the race. Great restart by Blaney on the bottom. Suarez was on the top, really didn't have anywhere to go. Blaney gave Ty Dillon a big push there down the back straightaway. Blaney's got a big run himself. And Suarez and Blaney have the freshest tires in the field now. So handling-wise, it's going to be better for him. Oh, man, he just got into Tyler Reddick. He got loose, kind of checked back into Blaney. 3 wide through the tri-oval, 3x3 through the pack, it looks like. A little further up ahead and even behind. Rear view of where we're looking at currently in the middle to the back of the pack. Hard to tell exactly who's leading right now, but again, this has been a fun race today. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is shaping up for a spectacular finish to this race, if the time so comes. Oh man, they are 3 wide for the lead up there. Somebody got hung out to dry up near the wall with no help. Reddick gets loose off of 4, but he stays in the gas because he kept that run. And he was all over the place searching for grip. Gets it regathered and now loses the bottom. So 7 cautions, no big one yet. Reddick gonna follow Blaney to the inside. He was trying to shake the 66 of Timmy Hill. Oh man! Blaney was pushing the 47 of Stenhouse, and Stenhouse goes around in the middle of the pack and spinning down towards the grass. Caution will fly. Blaney was trying to help him out with a bump draft off of turn 4. He couldn't hold it. Everybody missed him. Looked like he was going to take out about half the field there, but I should say Stenhouse just kind of avoided everything, spinning to the grass on the inside. Nobody hit him, and Stenhouse didn't hit anything either. Trump, my love, welcome to the stream. Hey, smash that subscribe button on your way out. He said thank you. But yeah, hey, thanks for joining for whatever the reason. So Blaney gonna top off on fuel here. That's gonna be, well, I guess never mind. He should be about 2 laps to the good though after that caution anyway. So all that track position's gained right back, and the tire difference isn't gonna really make much of a difference. He's only got about 2 to 3 lap fresher tires, or I should say older tires, so this track as well, again, that's not going to make much of a difference. So Ryan Blaney gets a big jump. And Merrick Jones looking to the outside. Nemechek, McDowell, Front Row Motorsport cars, both fighting for top 5 positioning. Both on the lead lap, of course. Well, Stenhouse had to obviously drop back at the rear of the field there. He definitely had to pit for tires, but everybody else can make it on fuel the rest of the way. I guess Blaney's the closest right now. Even Suarez, who pitted with Blaney the caution prior, did not pit there. 8 cautions total at Talladega today. Look at that run by the 78 of McDowell on the bottom, blocked off. As we get later and later into this race, the blocks will be more aggressive. I don't know if you can get more aggressive than what we've seen today as it is, but I'm sure you will see it one way or another. Thing with the McLeod is going to be able to shake. Oh, Blaney about squeezed him, but he was getting pushed by Joey Gase. What a move by BJ McLeod, faking low, going high. Blaney about caused the big one there, but now push from a rookie Tyler Reddick on the bottom of the track. Reddick looking to go up the middle. Wow. Blaney leads the lap at the line, but Tyler Reddick with a spectacular move up the middle. Joey Gase back down to the bottom to push Blaney, and Blaney, who led the lap by inches, is still going to hold on to the lead, but everybody's just looking to hang him out to dry at this point. They push him up there, and then they immediately try to bail. "29 laps to go this time by at Talladega Superspeedway." Oh, Matt DiBenedetto, remember, he went for a spin way back in stage 1, brought out the second caution of the race. He got turned while running in second from somebody from behind, and after he had pushed Blaney to the lead, or his first lead, that was about 30 laps into the race. Really, since Blaney has been up towards the front, it's been unstoppable. I mean, guys have gotten around him, but he's definitely got the fastest car today. Hamlin's probably right up there. Jones and Boyer have been right up there as well. Again, Jones won the Daytona 500 on this season, so he could go 2 for 2 on these super speedway races. Buckle up as we get closer to the finish here. They're 3 wide for second. DiBenedetto trying to go up the middle. The rear bumper is definitely worn out on Blaney's number 12 car, and see what that might do. And here comes Reddick with a run on the top side. Blaney easily stalls out that run and back down to the bottom easily. So good job, made it look easy down the back straightaway that time. No evasive maneuvers, nice easy blocks. Reddick had the run stalled out. Ryan Preece trying to push Chad Fincham on the outside. With as many backmarker cars as we have seen towards the front of the field pretty much since the end of stage 2. Look at Quinn Houff trying to go in that second lane now, looking for second place on Joey Gase. But we could easily see an upset winner today. If they finish in the top 30 at the end of the regular season, they will be in the playoffs if they can pull off a win here today, or maybe even at Daytona in the regular season finale at the end of the year. Just past 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Monday night. Started this race a couple hours ago, and we are getting down to the wire. And look at this, guys. Denny Hamlin is in the top 5. He's in 4th. And a caution will fly with 26 laps to go. Our 9th caution of the race for incident. If you count the stage break, 10th total. Talladega record is 13. Set in the playoff race this season. A couple weeks ago, we're getting close to that. Cautions breed cautions. You guys know the deal. Get later and later into this race. Martin Truex Jr. gets the free pass in 35th, leaving Bubba Wallace, Brendan Gaughan, and Matt Kenseth the only drivers a lap down still on the track, and Chastain and Reagan again still the only 2 drivers out of the race. So we'll have 35 drivers with a chance to win this thing, and we will go green with 23 laps to go. So 23 to go at Talladega. Blaney restarts in the lead. Good jump. Outside, not staying organized. They really have it all day. Logano went 3 wide to the top. Quinn Houff, Almirola on the bottom. Trying to keep up with Blaney. Houff looking high. He's got to run. Stalled out while Blaney moved up as well. Houff maybe looking back to the inside. He does. Boy, does he want his first career win badly. The rookie for Starcom Racing, but now Almirola gets to his inside, moves to second off of turn 4. 22 laps to go this time by. It is a scrum in the middle of the pack, and Kyle Busch is up to 6th. Half immediately fell outside of the top 5 once Almirola got underneath. Kyle Busch hasn't led a lap all day and has barely been up in the front all day. It's even been about 20 laps since last time we said that. He dropped back and now he's back up here again. It's time for him to go, he feels like. Lenny's led for a while too. Been a while since somebody else has even led a lap, which is pretty impressive given this package and how hard it is to keep the lead on these super speedway races. But don't be surprised if we see the big one. Again, we haven't had the big one, quote unquote, so far today. Busch up to 3rd. He looks high of Reddick for 2nd. 21 to go. But again, 9 cautions in the race. Not sure exactly what the last one came out for. I just know that Blaney was in the lead at the time of the yellow. Oh, they're 4 wide now for 4th. Oh, DiBenedetto had a big run. Reddick blocked him off on the inside, and now he's giving Reddick a push. Blaney went down the block, but he couldn't do it. And Tyler Reddick, after a push from Matt DiBenedetto, is going to take the lead at Talladega. After Reddick blocked DiBenedetto, look at how far they pushed each other out to the lead. Still 3 wide going into the tri-oval back there, and the 21 and the 12 might work together now, as they have locked bumpers behind the 8, rather, of Tyler Reddick. 20 to go. And the rookie is out in front. Benedetto and Blaney looking high. Reddick kind of hung out on the bottom. Newman on the outside as well. Oh, and look at the 2 Penske-affiliated cars working together. According to plan, Matt DiBenedetto to the lead going into turn 3. Oh, and he goes a little too high. Blaney to the middle. They're 3 wide for the lead with 20 laps to go at Talladega, but Reddick holds him off. That was short-lived. Blaney back to the bottom in front of Suarez and behind Bilicki in 3rd. Now the inside of Bilicki, and Reddick quite a ways out ahead of Blaney, so Ryan is going to get a huge run through 1 and 2. Oh, Reddick is not going to be able to block this. No chance. And the run stalls out, but he's already beside him. Got a little side draft. Bilicki, which lane will he go with? And he will go with Blaney on the bottom. So off of turn 4, he's going to find himself back in the lead again. It'll be an official lead change at the start-finish line. Reddick falls back to at least 3rd or 4th place, it looks like now. So it will be a lead change. And Josh Bilicki, he's been in front a lot here in the final stage. Look for him to maybe pull off the upset as well, as he looks high. For 2nd, oh, 4 wide. For 2nd place, Custer and Suarez go to the bottom. Bilicki and Reddick on the outer lanes. These 2 outer lanes starting to fade back now. Suarez in 2nd by himself. They're 3 wide still for 3rd. Custer still underneath them. And here comes the run by those outer 2 lanes again. They're 3 wide for 2nd. What a race. The real race is on now. Blaney won the first 2 stages. He swept both stages now 2 races in a row. But can you get the win today? It's going to be tough. Trying to go back-to-back for the 2nd time this year and look for that 4th win in the first 10 races. Just down to the bottom in time in front of Suarez and Corey LaJoie, who has spent most of the race a lap down. He's on the lead lapping out, back in the top 5. He was looking to lead that middle lane. And outside getting some momentum. LaJoie moves to the bottom in front of Suarez, and he's got a run down there. Blaney sees it, goes down to block into turn 3. After 500 miles of racing, No big one, and that's why you see still a large pack of cars in this thing. Bilicki has a run to the outside. I think he's going to get to the lead. Will he lead the lap at the line? It's going to be close. Yes, he does. Another lead change. Reddick hangs him out to dry. Reddick trying to go up the middle after pushing Blaney to the lead, and that didn't work out for him. Corey LaJoie up to second. You could be in 30th place right now and still work your way to the front. There is still time. You don't want to wait and wait and wait, but it's not over for those guys back there. That 12 car's bumper is pretty worn out, and that could be adding a little extra drag to the back of the race car, which might not help him as much, and that's only going to help these guys behind him get even bigger runs. That's just from guys giving him hard shoves today. That's all that is. People just trying to work together aggressively to bump draft to get their way to the front. Custer came off the bottom a little bit. Is he going to get back down there? Yes, he is. I'm waiting for a faster car like Eric Jones, Denny Hamlin, Clinton Boyer to move into those outer lanes and really try to lead him up there. Hamlin's back in the top 5 again, but he's on the bottom. There's really no way he can get to that top lane yet, given where those cars are at above him. 14 laps to go. Suarez had a run, but not a big enough of a run to be able to maybe either fake Blaney out or just flat out drive on past him. And oh no, Blaney's getting way ahead of the pack off of turn 2. He is pulling these guys. All of a sudden, and he's going to be running 5 to 10 miles an hour slower than these guys going into turn 3. Look at Custer getting a huge run. Will he stay behind him or will he make a move? He does not make a move. He's very patient right now. Well, a lot of prowess in doing that out of the rookie. Might be because he's got his first career win already. Not on our season in specifics, but winning at Kentucky in real life this year. And caution's out with 14 to go. Our 10th caution for incident today, 11 total. We will go green with 10 laps to go. It wasn't the big one. It might have been on John Hunter Nemechek because he's pitting. And the free pass will go to Brendan Gaughan in his final season. Has a shot to get back into it. And Kevin Harvick, who led just 2 laps all day long out of the race, he brought out the caution prior to that. So 3 cars are eliminated. We will have 35 on the lead lap for the final 10 laps. And don't even count Brendan Gaughan out of it, restarting in 35th at the back of the pack. He'll have to restart behind those lap cars as well. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We've got 10 laps at Talladega to decide the winner of the Geico 500 and maybe a new winner to lock themselves into the playoffs. We've already had 6 different winners this season. Of the drivers in the top 10 that I'm looking at right here, I think only Blaney and Hamlin have wins. A lot of backmarker cars are up here, and they're 3 wide for second. Custer has shuffled out of line, but Hamlin went with him, and that's big. What else is big is the lead that Blaney's got through 1 and 2. Might have gotten a little too far out ahead. Suarez has a run now because of it in second. And he goes back down to the bottom in front of Almirola. Blaney has a little bit of a gap again going into turn 3. These guys may be sitting back to get the big run. 9 to go this time by as we get back up to speed. Will they stay green to the end? And you don't want to wait till the last lap in case the caution comes out on the last lap, where you typically see the big wrecks nowadays on these super speedways. So you can't wait around any longer. Brendan Gaughan's in that middle lane, already passed about half a dozen cars back there. Bobby Carter up high, but nobody to help. He's going to get hung out. He got loose in the center of the turns 3 and 4. Stenhouse looking high. So is Reddick. Well, they work together. Oh, Almirola moves in front of Stenhouse now. So that outside is starting to build race cars. Almirola aggressively side drafting Suarez on the inside. 8 to go. And Stenhouse in that third lane with not a lot of help. And he's got one guy that looked to go high and help him out and then move back down to the next lane. And Chad Fincham out of nowhere is up here now. And Chase Elliott leading that middle lane. All the way up high. Blaney goes to block off Fincham and back to the bottom, holding all 3 lanes. And just like that, they're 3 wide for second. Fan favorite Chase Elliott in the mix. 2 of them if you count Blaney. And Fincham with a run. They're 3 wide for the lead. Unbelievable. Oh, Suarez is going to go underneath them all. They're 4 wide going into turn 1. Bowman pushing Elliott. A couple of Hendrick cars. 3 of them, in fact, in the top 10 because Byron's up here as well. And don't forget about Hamlin. Look at the run Blaney's got. Up the middle goes Ryan Blaney for the lead. Between Chase Elliott and Chad Fincham. Blaney and Elliott. 2 polarizing drivers of the Young Guns. But Elliott's got his teammate Byron there, and Byron side drafting Blaney. He got into him too, and Keselowski's not going to help his teammate out. Blaney is caught in that middle lane right in the sucker hole. Oh, door slam there by Bowman. 6 laps to go, and Blaney is going backwards. More contact there. He wants to get to the inside. Better be careful. Hamlin's going backwards now. Blaney trying to side draft the 21. Blaney gets out of the gas to drop down to the bottom behind DiBenedetto now. And Elliott gets shuffled out of line up at the front of the field. William Byron leads. He had a lot of laps in the 500. Not so much here at Talladega today. And he's got Keselowski right behind him, and he's gone to victory lane a few times. More than that here at Talladega, but look at the run Blaney's got to the back of Kurt Busch now. And just like that, he's back up to 4th, just in front of his teammate. Hendrick was 1-2 there. They were 1-2 and 4 there for a quick moment, but Elliott's really lost a lot of spots. A lot of Camaros up at the front here, but there are 3 Penske-affiliated cars in the top 10 as well. Kurt Busch getting a massive run and a massive shove from Ryan Blaney. Byron couldn't block it. Kurt Busch to the lead through turns 3 and 4. And now Blaney goes underneath them both. They're 3 wide for the lead. What a move by the 12 car to loosen them both up. He goes high to block Byron. They get sideways. There's contact. Bowman gonna shove his teammate to the lead. Oh man, Blaney thought he had him clear. Saved it. 4 to go. Hendrick 1-2. It's going to be hard to break those cars up. 3 wide for about 5th place on back. Saudia, welcome to the stream. Kurt Busch and Blaney on the bottom. Will Byron move down in front of Blaney? Yes, he does. Well, they have at least broken up the Hendrick Chevrolets. But Byron leads for the moment. Blaney to his inside, trying to side draft him. No, can't pass below the double yellow line. He got close. 3 to go. Byron leads at the line. Bowman right behind him, but Kurt Busch will shove Blaney to the lead through 1 and 2 and loosens him up now. And after loosening him up, it's Kurt Busch getting pushed by the 21 car to the lead. DiBenedetto looking for his first career win as they're 3 wide, trying to hold on for 2nd place. Where's Kurt Busch going to go? He goes up high. Ooh, maybe a little contact there between the 12 and the 21. They got to be careful. Oh, there's more contact. This is a mad scram. Byron. He's trying to go up the middle. They're 3 wide. No, Busch blocks him off. 2 to go. 2 laps to go in the Geico 500 at Talladega. Bubba Wallace is a lap down in the picture up here. Wow, Blaney got tight. Oh, little contact with Wallace, who gets sideways down the back straightaway. Blaney back to the bottom, 3 wide. DiBenedetto leads at Talladega's at 3 wide for second behind him. Coming to the white flag. Blaney's up to second. Matty D looking for his first career win. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Will they make it back to the checkered flag? Big run by Blaney, but nowhere to go with it. Blaney all over the back of the 21 car. He is pushing him like crazy right now. To the outside off of turn 2. When is the time to go to the bottom for Ryan Blaney? He is pushing the 21 car. Now is the time. He gets to his inside. He loosens him up. They're side by side for the lead through 3 and 4. It'll be a drag race back to the start-finish line. Michael McDowell now going to give Blaney the shot off of turn 4. And Ryan Blaney, a last lap pass for the win, is going to win at Talladega again. And DiBenedetto gets spoiled of his first career win again at Talladega. Blaney timed it perfect. 4th win of the young season for Ryan Blaney. And that push from McDowell definitely helped him, but he also did have the run. Once he got to the inside of the 21, it was going to be tough for him to hold on. What a finish. What a race. Never ceases to amaze me, and it didn't again. As the crowd is on their feet. Unbelievable race. That is one to go back and watch for a while, guys. That was insane. The end of every stage was insane. The end of the actual race itself was insane. And we had a last lap pass for the win. Blaney somehow sweeps both stages and gets the race win for a max points day to help him out and trying to catch those guys at the front of the regular season standings. Unbelievable. Blaney with the win. Michael McDowell second. DiBenedetto ended up third after leading the last couple laps coming to the white flag. Kyle Busch rallied back for 4th. William Byron rounds out the top 5. Balicki with a great run in 6th. Stenhouse 7th. Chad Fincham with a great run at 8th as well. Nemechek, the rookie, in 9th. Corey LaJoie rounds out the top 10. Great run for Go Fast Racing. So we run through the finishing order. 35 cars finished on the lead lap today and only 3 DNF. We had 10 cautions for incident, but we did not have the big one, at least that I had saw throughout the course of the race. David Reagan, Ross Chastain, and Kevin Harvick, the only drivers to DNF. And Blaney, all of a sudden, is now the points leader by just 8 points over Denny Hamlin, going into Dover for the next race that will be at the end of the following week. What a race. Talladega never disappoints. So we'll be back at Talladega tomorrow night. NASCAR Xfinity Series season. And it should be a lot of fun as well. 113 lap, 300 mile race for the Money Lion 300. That will be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so set your alarm and get ready for that one. 47.057 was the fastest lap of the race. It was ran by Blaney. Blaney led 106 of the 188 laps today. It's been a while since we've seen a car lead over 100 laps in a Talladega race, and he did it today after starting at the back. And he didn't even lead his first lap under green until lap 32. Dominated, almost lost it in the last 10 laps on that final restart, but was able to get right back to the front at the finish. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content such as these full realistic broadcasts on the daily. Help me jumpstart my career. One day we can hopefully see me in the booth of a real race. You never know. That'd be the ultimate dream. That is why I started this channel to begin with, and why I dedicate myself so much doing these streams on the daily. And thanks for all the subscribers we have gotten in the last recent weeks. I know it's slowed down over the last couple months here, but that, I mean, that's maybe not all right, but we're still growing. So the road to 1,000 subs by the end of the year, looking maybe not as good as it would have looked a month ago, but maybe, you know, by the 1 year Annie in February, we might be able to see. Who knows? So thanks everybody for tuning in. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your night.